Hello, welcome to the first video. Basically, as of now, I will send on a weekly basis some tips helping women who live abroad in building a career that enhances their competencies. I'm so nervous and but also extremely excited to send out these sort of videos into the universe. So basically, this is our first video, and the topic about today that I wanted to address is about one of the things that I've heard a lot from women who live abroad, and the things they struggle with is that the moment they live abroad, that they want to figure out what is it actually that I want to do in terms of my career, whether that's a passion project, whether that's starting their own business or a job, to figure out what it is actually that really excites them. What is it actually that I really want to do? Some women, they have left behind a career, have left behind a job before moving abroad. Some, they actually are already in a role, but they're not really sure if this is something that really excites them. So today's video is actually to help you and give you a couple of tips, helping you to figure out how can you figure out what you actually really want to do in terms of a career, and what is it actually that really excites you. So the tip that I'm going to give you for today, in order to figure that out a little bit more, is actually to start keeping track of on activities that give you a high positive energy. When you are engaged in activities that give you high positive energy, you are basically often doing something that you're very good at, and it gives you a lot of energy. It's something that naturally really excites you, and it's good to start keeping track of what are those activities. And in particular, those activities that, to drill even a little bit more deeper down, to figure out, okay, so what is it that I'm doing that really excites me right now? So let me give you an example. One of the things that might give you really high positive energy is whenever you are organizing events, bringing people together, and where they share each other's ideas. And whenever you're doing that, you feel like you're naturally very good at it, and it gives you a lot of positive energy. Or maybe that you're very excited when you're working with your hands and you're actually building things. And you lose track of time and you get really enthusiastic when you're doing that. So those are actually signs that you are using your strengths. That's what we call it. The strengths, when you're using your strengths, it's something that you do, what you're often naturally very good at. You do it without really too much effort. But also, it's really something that naturally really excites you. So the first step in order to figure out what it actually is that you would like to do is to figure out what really naturally excites you and what are those activities. So the first step would be to start keeping track of your daily activities, what it is that actually, what are those moments where you feel those high levels of energy. Then, if you find this very hard to figure this out on your own, there's also another way to actually do this. And that is to ask people around you. So people that know you pretty well. And basically the question that you would need to ask them is, what is it that, what are the moments when you see that I'm very excited, when I'm really, enthusiastic, and when I'm full of energy. And the second question you can then ask them is, okay, so what is it that I'm specifically actually really doing? What are the activities? Am I then organizing things, etc., etc.? And then the best thing is if you can do that with people from different areas of your life. So for example, if it would be a family member, and then maybe a friend, maybe a former colleague, and having all these different angles will help you to actually clarify a little bit, what are the things that I actually really love to do? So this is the tip for now. I hope this helps you to give a little bit more insights in what actually makes you tick. Next week, we're actually going to talk about how you can actually use this in order to find a career when you're living abroad. Okay, that's it for now. Wishing you a really lovely week. Take care.